All right, what's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. We're gonna be talking about why 90% of you bowlers out there have a really hard time hooking the bowling ball. And Kyle, we're gonna really dive into something we like to work on a lot, mostly our lower body. So what are we getting into?
Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about building a foundation today. Now, when we coach our clinics and we coach a lot of people, everyone wants to work on the release. I can't feel it the right way off my fingers. I can't stay behind the ball. I can't stay under the ball.
The thought is all upper body, right?
Yeah.
Like this, that.
It's like, what are we doing with our hand, right? You know, how many, and I'm sure a lot of you out there try to do yourself. How can I get under the ball? How can I, stay behind it? Well, it's kind of like if we got to learn to, crawl or walk before we can run. And if you're not getting your body in the right spot, it's almost impossible to get your hand in the right spot at the bottom.
So we actually had a Brad and Kyle member, Andrew Trotman, have this issue and he fixed it really well. And Kyle is gonna show you the video and get into it.
So here we have the form of Andrew Trotman, one of a B&K members actually. And on the left is the before video and on the right is the after. Now we're gonna be focusing on Andrew's fourth step here in the direction of it. You can see on the left video that his fourth step bows out to the right. And on the right video, it goes dead in front of him. Now on the before video, when the fourth step goes to the right and not straight, it actually gets in the way of the swing path. And your ball has no way to go except for going around that leg. So you can see his swing path is gonna be on this direction, which causes you to chicken wing the ball or get your elbow outside the ball. On the right video, his fourth step is straight and he has a much bigger window for that ball to come down and end up staying under his head at the bottom.
Yeah, so that was a really cool example of Andrew making that change.
And you know what, Brad? That only took Andrew one shot to do. Now, I wanna go into like reiterating what exactly we see. So what happens, again, we saw it in Andrew's video, and that's a really cool live example. On that power step, we see a lot of people step to the right. If my swing is up here and this step is here, I am now in the way of my swing. That is why we try to teach people to step in front of that third step. Now I have this massive window that my swing can come down and get under my head. What also ends up happening when we see people's fourth steps go to the right is that slide step follows the direction and the momentum of that fourth step. So the amount of people that we see come in and they take that fourth step here and then they'll slide back this way, and then what happens to their swing? It's all the way out here because all their momentum is taking them to the right and they have no room for that swing to come through.
Yeah, what do we call that fourth step before the slide? Is there a certain term we use?
Yeah, the power step.
The power step, okay. Now, if it bows out to the right a little bit, we can almost kind of consider that an anti-power because you're literally blocking the ball from being able to come through quickly, powerful.
No, that's 100% right. In fact, I think I want you to try to throw a shot where you step to the right on your power step. Now, I want this to be as much like I wanted you to try to throw a good shot, but you said you said anti-power, like doing that is anti-powerful. I think we're gonna see if you try to step to the right and throw a good shot, how
now
not powerful it's gonna be.
I've done this a lot in my life, so I kind of know what's gonna happen here, but I do have the ability to do this. So my fourth step is
gonna go right.
Go to the right.
Okay, so.
That just throws everything off.
That was wild.
And the ball can't even come down because you're just getting in the way of it.
And if we break down your release went dead like this.
And angle left. It's almost impossible to get it going to the right.
Correct. And when we talk about why a lot of people can't hook the bowling ball, it starts with this foundation. You did nothing of changing your release. You just manipulated your footwork and all of a sudden your release got a lot worse. And that's kind of where when we talk about changing things, we want to build our fundamentals up. And when people ask us, how do you hook a bowling ball? How do you able to do this? It's like, it's really dialing in those fundamentals.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that again, and I'm gonna line up for a hook shot. I mean, if we want to hook the ball, we got to get it going outside. So I'm gonna do that fourth step again like that. And I mean, I'm gonna have to angle myself a lot here, and we're still gonna have a hard time hooking the ball. Wow. Yeah, I mean,
And
you have to overcompensate so much just to get the ball going in the right direction. Hey, you're gonna have no control, you're gonna have no power. There's so much rigidness.
100% correct. And when I'm looking at your release there, when we have people ask the question, how do we hook a bowling ball? And they can't stay behind it, they can't stay under it. Your release, just because your footwork was off there, your release is just
like
coming
this.
around this way. It's just, you're just spinning it. And that's because your body's not in the right position to even allow you to stay under it.
Now let's talk a little bit about how one would work on this. Should they just go into the bowling alley and just, you know, we like video, right?
Of course.
We would suggest, you know, in order to really know what your feet are doing, yes, it's great to have coach and watch YouTube videos, but it's also great just to get into the bowling center, film yourself bowling, and then just see if the direction of your feet are going a lot left or right. If you are blocking that, you know, we do see it pretty often on the amateur level that we do just get in the way of our swing.
100%. And my favorite tip to fix this, and it's super simple, is just making sure when you take that power step, that right heel, so the right heel, my power step is in front of my left toe. So when I go to, I'm gonna throw a shot here. When I'm getting up here to throw my ball, we're gonna take it really slow, you know, 50%. We're not trying to do max effort in no way, shape, or form. And what I'll tell people is I just want you to stay, you know, normal shot. We're really not even worried about what the pins do. And I just want you to feel right heel in front of left toe and that third and fourth step. So I'm gonna take it super slow and I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just 50%, so we're trying not to do like, you know, max effort. But again, I'm not worried about my release. I'm not worrying about knocking pins over. All I'm focusing on is right heel in front of left toe.
Yeah, and we've worked on a lot of different things, you know, everything you can think of under the sun.
Yeah.
You know, changing the direction of your feet, if that's something that's kind of in your way, you know, it controls the whole body, so it's not the easiest fix. You know,
no, not at all.
Swing changes and feet directional changes, they're gonna feel awkward. But if you come in your video yourself and that power step doesn't go in front of the one before it, and then you make that change, you over exaggerate and get it in front of it, you slow it down, it's gonna feel a little awkward. You know, you're gonna have a different feel.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're looking for. If you don't really get in that uncomfortable situation, we're probably not making enough of a change.
Yeah, it's going to feel different. And that's why the video feedback, you know, a lot of times when we're working on our footwork stuff, you know, like you said, we've done it a million times. We need that instant feedback because for one, it's hard to, you can't really look down at your feet and throw a ball at the same time. So you have to kind of visualize and feel it. Well, our body is so used to doing one thing that we may feel, oh, okay, yeah, I got that step to go straighter. And you might feel it's like that, but that video may tell you something completely different, which is why you need that foot feedback. And if it doesn't go as far as you want it to, you go, okay, I have to over-exaggerate it a little bit more. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. And Brad, that was just a really cool and pretty much live take of what happens in our Brad and Kyle group of Andrew having an issue, getting a video analysis, and then immediately, impressively, fixing it.
Yeah, this is the stuff we've worked on our whole life, and we get giddy when we get to teach this stuff to our members. And shout out Andrew, you nailed it on that one. And if you are interested in more coaching, we would love to help you. The Brad and Kyle membership, the link is below. If you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out to us. And we appreciate you guys for watching that video. Hit the like and subscribe. We love you. We'll see you.